I'm Kirsty, I'm a counsellor and a psychotherapist. Welcome to my channel. I haven't posted on here for a while. Things have been kind of busy with moving to Hong Kong, but I thought it was time I did an update and put some tips here for you for coping with stress. My family and I are living in Hong Kong at the moment. We arrived just as the protests ramped up, and now we never quite know when the next bout of unrest or violence will break out. I don't want to get into the politics of the protests or why they're happening, because you can read up on that if you're interested. Instead, I wanted to do a vlog about ways we've found to get through a period of civil unrest, in case it helps other people in similar situations maybe, but also because I think the tips that I've put together for you probably apply to any crisis situation anyone might face. Life in Hong Kong is stressful when things are running normally. I mean, just look at the traffic. We live in the most densely populated place on earth with very little green space and a lot of pollution. So I have 5 top tips for you on coping with living in a stressful situation. We talk about it a lot, both with ourselves in our family and with our friends here and with friends and family back home as well. We just talk out what we're seeing, how it's affecting us, how we're feeling about it, and probably because of my profession and what I do for a living, I really believe in that. I really believe in the healing power of kind of talking it all out, and that's how I process things certainly, and I think most people are helped by kind of talking things through out loud. It can be a little bit, because it's been going on for 6 months here, people can act a little bit like this situation is normal. You know, it's just normal for people to fight each other with, petrol bombs and tear gas, and do you know what, that is not normal, and if I ever do begin to find that normal, I will know that I have numbed out a bit. My second tip is about sleep. Now, I don't sleep well here, sometimes because of what's going on outside at night, but I do know from my training that sleep is a massive tool for helping us to recover from anything really, anything from a bad day to serious trauma. So I know that I need to sleep as much as I can in order to kind of survive the situation here. So sometimes when you can't kind of get a full night's sleep, or you can't fall asleep easily because of things that are going on, I always think that's okay, I'm going to catch up when things are quieter, and when there is a quiet night, because we do have those, then sometimes it's a case of going to bed earlier, sometimes it's a case of taking a nap during the day. There's nothing wrong with that. Anywhere where you can kind of catch up on a bit of sleep is all good healing. Number 3 is about safe spaces. So Hong Kong might not be a safe place at the moment, but we are safe in our apartment, and we're safe when we venture out of the city for a little bit too. So we've been doing both of those 2 things and spending quite a bit of time in those 2 places. It may not be possible to physically get away from the place where the stress is, but you can certainly escape via books or comedy shows or anything that you can kind of get your head into and just escape for a little while. Having regular little escape channels into British TV and our favourite books and films is absolutely necessary for us right now. Equally, hearing news from home is really, really important and has been really helpful. Just kind of finding out what's going on for other people who are not here and kind of imagining what life is like where they are is a really good way of just taking a mental break from the stress of your immediate situation. Perspective comes in 2 parts for me. There's first of all the kind of perspective where you realise that, okay, we are safe for now and nobody is ill or dying, we're all healthy. Those are huge blessings, and it's really worth counting those on a daily basis. It can always be worse. And the second kind of part of perspective is thinking about how everything is temporary. So I think this is of limited helpfulness because obviously a week of stress is a lot less temporary, or so it feels, than a month of things being absolutely fine and joyful. But it certainly is true that nothing is ever permanent, and things will and do change. So kind of keeping that in mind can be incredibly helpful when you're having a stressful time. Those are my 5 tips for dealing with living in a stressful place or situation. Can you relate? Do you have any more tips to share? Please feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you.